Hey guys, um, this is a video that I didn't want to have to make, but I'm making it anyways. So, as you can probably tell by the title, I am leaving Twitch for reasons to my own, right? Um, Basically, to kind of give you a little bit of a backstory, I before I earlier this year, right? I had essentially um I had essentially, gave myself 6 months to kind of see where this whole Twitch thing would go once I got affiliate and everything. Um, and I was streaming every so often and everything. Wasn't streaming consistently or anything. However, I was very hesitant to stream just because of the shit that Twitch was doing. And 6 months goes by, and it still hasn't gotten better, and now it's gotten probably even worse, right? Where things are happening right now. Um so yeah, so I'm leaving Twitch. And plus, for some unknown reason, I think it's because I multi-stream. I don't really know why Twitch did this, but if you go back and look at all of my VODs on Twitch that are currently there, they're all muted. They're all muted. There's like no sound coming through them. I don't even have copyrighted music on them. Um, I don't know if it was just something on Twitch's end or whatever the case may be, but all of my VODs, like the Hades VOD that I did to celebrate my 3-year YouTube anniversary, the Fallout one, um, even a couple of the Skyrim ones, which let's be honest, the Skyrim one is so old, or the Skyrim is so old, and it's 14 years old at this point. It is an old game that the music isn't really copyrighted for the most part. Um, but when I looked at my YouTube VOD, the sound was fine. The sound was coming through and everything like that. So I was contemplating on why Twitch even did this in the first place. Are they just coming after me? Or are they just trying to? It's like, oh, because I stream on YouTube, it's like, because I've said it so many times, it's just under their radar. I was like, that's kind of suspicious and not very well received. Um, and so I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know why they did this. Other than the fact that I think they just don't like people announcing. I mean, look, a lot of creators have had issues with Twitch when it comes to multi streaming because they're so vague about it. They're so vague, and they're so left field out of everything. I mean, look at what Twitch is doing with Asan. Asan. Well, I'm just not going to mention Asan just because of reasons, but um if I venture to guess, Hassan is like not really a very nice guy, at least from face value and everything. Like Asmongold, I've watched a lot of Asmongold, and my recollection of Asmongold is that he's even said it himself. He's a dick, but he's a reasonable one. Um, um, but Hassan, not so much. But I'm not going to talk about those guys because this is just for my own reasons, for my own personal, thing. I personally love Twitch. I love Twitch. I love the fact that you could be, for the most part, that you could play video games on the internet and everything like that. Um, but it got to a point where I was just not comfortable on the platform. That's why a lot of people have like basically said, "Hey, you need to do," that's why a lot of people have started multi-streaming, right? Um, I don't know, man. I'm hoping, like, after the Emeru situation, I was like, nope, I'm done. So I hope I hope Asmon is right about this. I hope Twitch or not Twitch, Amazon is looking into this and maybe we'll finally do something about it. About the situations that has been happening on the platform. but I don't know. We will see. We will see what comes about doing it and everything. But I don't have any faith in Twitch. So I'll be basically focusing on YouTube mostly. While also still looking for a job because you know I need to pay the bills somehow. Um, but yeah, I mean, look, maybe in the future, and I hope this is the case that um that Twitch does. I hope Amazon finally does something that fixes the platform for the better and not for the worst. Um, and I'll possibly come back. Who knows? Who knows? Um, but until that day comes, I'm just gonna take a break from Twitch. It's not like a break. It's not like I'm leaving the platform. It's more or less I'm taking a break. But I will be focusing on YouTube live streams and YouTube content mostly because that is, let's be honest, I have a bigger audience on YouTube than I do on Twitch. I think it's like I have 243 followers on Twitch, about almost 700 subscribers on YouTube. Big margin. So, um, but yeah, so I will just basically, just leave it at that. I'm hoping to come back, but until Twitch kind of gets its act together and shit straight, I'm probably not going to stream on the platform because I don't trust, anybody. But I will support the people that I like to watch. And I will support the people that I like to watch and everything like that. But anyways, that's about it. Um, I I won't announce it to the world or anything. I'm just gonna basically say, hey, by the way, I'm just leaving Twitch. So there's that. Um, but yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the content that I'm gonna be making. I'm gonna focus on a lot of variety of content, gaming content, and maybe a little bit of vlogs. Um, and yeah, so I'll catch y'all later. Peace, guys.